So the first exercise that we're gonna do is lat pull downs. Basically, there's two variations for this. The wider you go, it works your lower lats, and if you have a more narrow grip, that would work your rhomboids and your traps, which is basically your upper back. Now, I see many people make common mistakes for the lat pull downs. People would usually just pull down and push their back way too much, which would not engage your lats. That's more engaging your arms. I also see people don't putting the bar here to their chest. They would put the bar to your stomach, which doesn't work any at all, okay? I'll give you some examples to show you maybe the mistakes that people make and then the right form. But remember, for lower lats, if you go wider, that would work your lower lats for the lat pull down. And most guys, they want like a V shape. So if you want that V shape, then you should do like wider grips for lat pull downs. So let me show you some common mistakes that people would do for the lat pull downs. So as I said, the two mistakes that people usually do is they grab the bar like this, having the bar here, and pulling back way too much. That would be a very common mistake. And another common mistake that people would do is not putting the bar to their chest and squeezing their lats. Instead, they're putting the bar to their stomach, which is not really a good form. An example of this would be, guys, this is not the way. This is just basically working your biceps. To fix this, you would want to just focus on your mind-muscle connection. So you would grab it tightly, go down, squeeze, stop right here at your chest, release. Squeeze your lats, stop right here at your chest, release. So check this out. This exercise is called incline dumbbell rows. Basically, it works your upper back, your rhomboids, and your teres minor. That's the portion of your upper back. Now for this exercise, you want to set your bench just like this, an incline level, something similar to doing chest presses. You want to have 2 dumbbells. Guys, don't go too heavy. If you go too heavy, you will be using your arms and mostly just swinging the dumbbells. Now for this exercise, your elbows, where should your elbows go? When you're lying firmly on the bench, make sure your chest is right here on the tip of the bench like this. Your elbows should go straight up. Hold for 2 to 3 seconds and then release. Straight up again, hold for 2 to 3 seconds. Guys, you want to squeeze your lats when you're doing this exercise. As you can see, my elbows are parallel to my hips. That's the movement you should do. Do not overextend because you might hurt yourself. Just keep your elbows just like this, locked in, and squeeze. Now, some common mistakes that I see people do when they do this exercise is they're just going too heavy and then they're working their biceps. That's not what you want to do. Also, I see people overextending their neck when they're doing this exercise, and you may hurt your neck if you do this. So if you're doing this, this is definitely wrong form. Guys, make sure you don't do this form because that's wrong form. You're going to hurt yourself. Make sure you're always stable when you do the exercise, and make sure you focus on the movement, the eccentric, concentric. Many people like to use this statement. Eccentric is basically the lowering of the exercise. So it's when I'm lowering the dumbbells. That is the eccentric. The concentric is going up. Straight like this. Eccentric, lowering. 2, 3 seconds, straight up. Concentric, okay? So always control your tempo and focus on that mind-muscle connection. Right form, chest on the tip of the bench, light dumbbells, elbows parallel to your hips. All right, see you guys in the next exercise. So the other exercise is one of my personal favorite. It's called the hammer strength. Basically, it's this machine behind me. If you have this machine in your gym, you really got to try it out. It basically works your upper back as well, your teres major, teres minor, your rhomboids, everything. It's going to give you a total burn. Now for this exercise, it's pretty much simple. Usually I would just sit on the bench, keep my chest firm right here where there's a support. Usually people like to do one hand, or you can do 2 hands. I personally just do 2 hands to get it over with very fast. Some people might make a lot of mistakes with this exercise because they would hold the upper grip. If you do this, this is working your delts, okay? Your rear delts, posterior deltoids. Guys, don't hold it like this, please. just use the other grip, which would be the narrow grip, the vertical grip. Now, when you're doing this movement, as you can see, my arms are extending. I like to think that my arms are like some strings that are just an extension so I can squeeze my back. As you can see, it's just an extension. I'm not using a lot of my biceps. Just extend. Of course, you want to get a squeeze, 2 to 3 seconds, and then release. 1, 2. Straight into it, 2 to 3 seconds, release. So a few mistakes that people do when they do this exercise is that they would stretch too far in, like this. You don't want to get a deep stretch because that may hurt your shoulders. Pretty much you want to keep your back nice and stable, like a 90 degree, and don't lean too forward. Now the hammer strength works best when you're squeezing your lats. So when I'm holding, pulling in, squeeze, 2 seconds hold, release, 2 seconds, 1, 2, pull again, squeeze. Guys, as you can see, I'm not working much of my biceps, I'm not working my arms, my shoulders, nothing like that. Make sure you always try to do the right form when you're doing these exercises and try to focus on the muscle that you're working, okay? Last exercise is called rack pulls. Obviously, you need a rack. You need a bar that's behind me. Pretty much this works the lats, the traps, the erector spina, okay? Which is basically your mid back and some of your lower back too. This is a really good exercise and it really gives that thickness to your back, and you guys should really put it in your routine. How you do this exercise, basically you want to keep the bar at your knee level or maybe 1 to 2 inches above your knee, just like this. From here, of course, you grab the bars shoulder width apart. Pull. Slow release. Again, pull. Slow release. Common mistakes that people make, a lot. People would do the bar slightly below their knees, and that would actually target your glutes, your hamstring, and some of your quads. You don't want to work your legs, okay? You want to focus on that back. So please guys, when you're doing this exercise, make sure you keep the bar right at your knee, just like this, knee level. Okay, when you're going way too down, that's more doing a deadlift, okay? Or a Romanian deadlift. Don't do that, you're gonna be working your hamstrings. Here you wanna stop at the knees. If you enjoy this type of video, please comment below, let me know. I can do more videos like this. It would just be training tips, uncut. That means I'm not gonna do any fancy editing, straight to the point, and how you perform those exercises, okay? Like the video, comment, show your support. See you guys in the next video.